There we go. That's better. Cool, cool. To drink. Hey, Uthi. Good afternoon. It's almost 12. Okay, got this good. This is good. Pull this out. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon, Dutch fella. It's noon. I've officially claimed it's noon. Alright. Let's do this. Let's move this a little bit this way. There we go. That's better. Hey Toast on the YouTube. I see you. Bezzy, hello. Chef Dave, hello. Bezzy, did you buy a car yet? I know, it's only 2 minutes, that fella. Good early afternoon. Giant Ray, good afternoon as well. Oh, it's so quiet out today. There's almost no wind compared to last Friday. Hey, Beef. For those of you who were here on Friday, the wind was absolutely blasting us. That won't work on YouTube, Toast. It's only on a... That's my custom system. That's not in a YouTube channel. You're still looking? Gotcha, Bezzy. Yeah, so those of you who were here on Friday, there was a lot of wind. And now there's as good as no wind. It's a very light breeze, so it's very enjoyable, actually. We still have the Les doing dredging on the canal here, or the first part of the canal towards the locks. It's still going back and forth. Oh, look, you can see the dredge pump hanging out on the side there. That's the actual suction arm. Oh, is the overlay broken, Toast? Hey, Bruce. Oh, it is broken. Okay, hang on. Let me fix the overlay thingy. I need to remote connect to the server. Probably Windows updates or something. I still haven't turned them off on. It doesn't look like Windows updates happened. Nope. Interesting. Hang on. Let's close this. Minimize this. Go here. Wait. Maybe window updates did happen. Let me check something. Oh. Hang on, chat. We're fixing the overlay. Different block. Yeah, even no Alps close. It's not interesting. Okay, let me fix that. So we'll do this. There we go. So that's the bitrate checker that's running again. I think I called it boat overlay. Nope. This was the folder. Ship overlay. Ship overlay. Then I need to do this. Okay. Oh, sorry. The boat has left us. I was fixing the overlay first. All right. And then one more thing. Refresh boats. Okay, it should be working again, Toast. Should be good to go. Who did I miss coming in? I said hi to Bruce. Hans, hello. The boatman is back. Hell yeah. May, good Sunday to you as well. Von Winkelhumpen, moin. Okay. Katie, hello. Okay, I think I have everyone. Do I like trance music or am I more hard? I like all kinds of music, honestly. I like both. I can appreciate both. But there's a time for everything. Dude, look at that suction arm. So they're now lowering it in the water to start sucking the bottom of the river. We're getting a nice show from the dredge again today. Schlager. There's one Schlager song that I like, but just one. It's from a German band called Electric Callboy. You have the Sensation. I was just too young, Bluin, for that. I saw the live streams of Sensation back in the day when I was young. I think I was like 16 back then. But I remember seeing it on my computer because they live streamed it. That was live streaming before live streaming became a thing. Lowering down the suction arm here. Good afternoon, Mort. I should hang on. I'm gonna switch to the mic on the camera outside for a moment. Maybe you can hear it. Maybe you can now hear the suction, but you can't like hear the pump or something. Or maybe it's a crane that we hear. I think she's actually dredging now. She's working. Hey, Mr. Eamon. We're getting a show today. He's so close. This is max zoom out. Let me check if there's any big ships on the way. There's one I see in the distance there. Stay on the dredge for a little bit. Hey, Andrew. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. It's past noon for me. Climb on it. Maybe if I do a running jump, I can reach. Am I at the other location? No. We're at the regular location again today. For the regulars, you'll recognize the green pillar. Well, green and white pillar. So they're sucking here right now. They were sucking more towards the lock on Friday. Now it looks like they're dredging. Why do I keep saying sucking? Dredging this spot now. Look how they're spinning around, maneuvering. You can see the wake from her bow thruster as well. That is really cool. Blue and yeah, it's to make it deeper. I'm gonna switch back to the indoor mic for a little bit. Blue and yeah, it's just keeping the shipping lane deep enough for the big ships to go through it. They're constantly dredging all year round on places on the river to keep it deep enough. Because there's always sediment moving around. First time you've seen a dredge? Hey. Later we'll see it dump its load as well. So as you can see now, it's still high in the water. You can see the red line underneath her. We'll check again on her in 10 minutes or half an hour. Let's say 20 minutes. And she'll be a lot deeper in the water. And then she'll head out again from here, a little bit more to the left of us. And then she'll dump everything that she sucked up from the bottom. Oh, we got a really cool ship coming our way. We'll check it out in a second here. As the dredge keeps dredging. We'll see this one all day long, I think. It was here on Friday all day. I saw it yesterday as well. There's some serious dredge ups going on. Hey, Bick. All right, coming our way is one of the new Echo class feeder container ships. The Echo Maestro, we've seen her before, came from Rotterdam. She's one of the newer, greener generation of container ships. And she's intended as a feeder ship. That means she does smaller ports, although she's coming from Rotterdam now, but she does the smaller ports and then she transfers containers to the bigger ports where the bigger ships pick up the containers for long distance travel. We also have this big bulk carrier that's leaving us. That one was leaving the canal here as I arrived with the car. So I couldn't catch it on stream. It was already leaving us. But this is one of the newer generation container ships where you see that the whole structure, so the bridge and everything, is on the front of the ship. And usually the chimney will be all the way at the back, and the whole area in between is dedicated to containers. There's actually a very cool one that arrived yesterday, but yeah, I wasn't able to stream yesterday. But we have the Alexandra Marsk in the port right now, and she's like the big version of this ship. She's 360 something meters. And yeah, not sure about this one, but I assume it's also a dual fueled ship. So she probably has a regular oil that she runs on, and methanol is the second fuel. I do like the color scheme of this ship as well, the green, the tints of green. I like that. A super chat on, not yet, Bruce. We need to reach 500 subscribers on YouTube to enable memberships and super chats, and then we'll also have the emotes and the badges. We're almost there. We're at 427, and it's growing at a good pace. So yeah, if you're new here and you want to support and you want to subscribe to the YouTube, feel free. Liking the video will also help other people who are interested in shipping to find the YouTube channel. So that's also a plus. If you want to smash that like button. Methods of early fondue. I think there might be another bulk carrier on the way as well. I see something behind the pier. Yeah, I don't remember the time where it was methanol, Hans. Since I was a child, it was always with electrical. I have to say something. 70% of you aren't subscribed. I'm sure that the people who are interested in these live streams will subscribe. I do think shouting it out like once an hour does help people for doing it, but yeah. 1,246 20-foot containers fit on this thing. Yeah, I love the color scheme on these ships. They look really good. Hey, Monkey. Good afternoon. And yeah, it is the greener feeder carrier of choice. What's in the name? feel like she looks a bit dark and bleak on camera, but in real life she looks a lot more shiny. Sorry, because of the low light today. Geen probleem. Hallo. Oh yeah, the sad news is that the Ever Given that was in the port this weekend has left this morning, and we missed it. So unfortunately we were unable to catch the ship that blocked the Suez Canal back in 4 years ago now. It blocked the Suez Canal, but it was here in port, and I really wanted to catch it, but yeah. And yeah, at least it didn't get stuck here. The greener feeder carrier of choice. She also has a very, very pointy tip on the bow. Very pointy design. They're hiding the pink containers out of sight. Sorry. Indeed, they have a few O&E containers on there. I do like these ships. They look really, really good. And off she goes. Like how sassy it looks. You should see the Alexandra mask. That is sassy. So then also coming towards us is a bulk carrier. Not sure if it's going, and don't think it's going to Ghent. Otherwise it would have tugs around it already. The Double Diamond. What a name for a ship, the Double Diamond. So she's to destination not available. Oh, it's a what, general cargo ship? Really? Is that right? Right, let me check the radar as well. Huh, interesting. No, this is not a Double Diamond. It's a different name as Vessel Finder says. Interesting. You can try two numbers. Try the IMO toast. You can try IMO or MMSI number. Unless both. Oh, you have? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, it used to be called Double Diamond, though. I think on the photos you see that it was called Double Diamond. So it's probably some old, yeah, recent rename. So yeah, destination not available, but I'm pretty sure it's Antwerp. What else do we have here? She's 177 meters long, so that's correct on the overlay. 27 or 28 meters wide. Her current draw is indeed 6.4. So yeah, and her actual name right now is the V Monoceros, sailing under the Marshall Islands flag. Although I know it's a Singapore flag here for me. In my app it's a Singapore. No, it's Marshall Islands. Never mind. We'll see what name's on her. Baltic Shipping also has it as the Double Diamond, yeah. They look nicer when there's no car. She is very high up in the water, indeed. But yeah, I think I already see the writing on her. It is the V Monoceros. Still a lot of ships parked on the other side. I just realized there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 ships parked. Hey John, thanks for doing your streams. Thank you for watching. It would be otherwise I would just be a man talking to myself. If you guys wouldn't be here watching. I am happy to be out by the water again though. The water always relaxes me. Hey Blue Jeans family, good morning. Let me check the radar as we see this one approach, see what else is coming today. I didn't really check if there's anything. We have a container ship coming our way from the coast. A general cargo ship coming our way. An oil products, 2 oil products tankers. Okay. Another general cargo ship, small one. Another oil tanker, tankers. Not that much coming in. The anchor is broken? What do you mean the anchor is broken? I feel like the image is really dark today. I'm gonna bump up the white balance a little bit. Yeah, that's better. I don't think the anchor's broken though. It's quite hazy today actually. What's up, Airwolf? Like I was checking what's on the way here. Okay. All right. Oh, we got the Flandria Seaways on the way. Oh no, it's going to Sea Bruges. Never mind. Okay. It's washed out now? Oh, is it? Then it's just my monitor. I'll turn it back down to the regular. Sorry. Thanks for the feedback though, May. I appreciate that. Looking what's coming from Antwerp right now. Oh, we got the Maersk Benguela coming. That one came in, I think, on Friday from Colombia. So they delivered some cocaine. Some fresh cocaine was delivered, and now it's going to Rotterdam. So we'll see a Maersk ship in a little bit. The MSC Eleanor is also on the way. That's a 366 meter ship. Ooh, got a big container ship coming our way. It's cool. There's some good stuff coming. Cool. Okay, let's go back to the chat for a bit. Another great spot to see ships would be the Detroit area. You mean on Detroit? That would be on Lake. What is that? Lake Michigan, or how it's called? It's a bit far for me though, Wolf, to get there, as it's on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. There you go. Okay, let's get some ambient noise from the ship. I really want to work on getting that directional mic. I think that would be good to have. Look how rusty she is. Rusty. All the... It's like they did some quick fix-up paint jobs on her. I'm gonna say that she has some rust. She had some rust spots, and they just painted over those spots specifically. It almost looks like pixels. Would it be illegal to talk? I think it's, yeah, you need a license to talk. And in theory, you can have one of the VHF radios and never talk through it. But of course, yeah. I don't want to get into trouble. I would have to get a license, to be honest, to do it safely on stream. So it is indeed the V Monoceros. I see, I was right. It is the Singapore flag that's on her. So she's no longer registered in the Marshall Islands, but now she's registered in Singapore. I already thought that was a Singapore flag. New name, new flag, yeah. If you ever spell Rotterdam, I'll bring a VHF. Oh yeah, that's a deal. And the EMA license. I'm thinking March, April for my first visit to Rotterdam this year. It all depends a bit on the weather, Dutch fella, when I'm coming over. The paint job kind of looks like the digital blue camo. Yeah, true, true. Oh, the smaller ship is also active again today. I just noticed that. So we have the big dredge. By the way, for those of you who were here in the beginning of the stream and we saw the ship starting to dredge, look how deep it is already. They're gonna go a bit deeper before they empty, but you can see that it already dropped dramatically down into the water. And then this one is dragging some kind of device over the bottom, which somebody in chat on Friday told us that it's a device to basically plow the bottom of the river to make it like equal. But it's down in the water, the device. If he pulls it up, I'll show you in a little bit. Weisbar, hello, moin. I'm assuming you're German based on that name. Hi, Lunette. Hey, Hans on the YouTube as well. The Rayador, yeah, that's the small ship is the Rayador. It's interesting that she's also doing it while reversing. So she's sea plowing. All right, we also got a little general cargo ship, I think. Or maybe it's even a dredge. Let's go check it out. Coming from the coast. The Kiewit. The Kiewit. Oh, it is a small tanker. Oil products. 77 meters long, 11 meters wide. And sailing under the UK flag. How do you pronounce her name though? Kiewit? 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 I'm gonna go with Kiewit. Kiewit? Kiewit? Nice little bulb sticking out. Right there in the front. Let's call it carrot. Say it in English. Kiewit? After this one passed, I'm gonna tie down the tripod. It's a little bit wobbly, as you can see in the image. The ship is like shaking a bit. I'm gonna tie it down so it doesn't shake. Something like quiz? Quid? Let's take a look at her up close. Oh no, there's nobody on the bridge. Where's the people? Where are they? It's an autonomous ship. I do see someone in the back, but Looks like there's nobody in the front. Yeah, we found a ghost ship. Could also be sitting, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to tie down the tripod so it doesn't wobble as much. All right, there we go. All tied down. Let's see if that helped a bit. Not really. Oh, wait, maybe I can do this. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. Sweet. I think I see the Marsk coming in the distance now. Let's check the horizon. We haven't checked the horizon yet. So let's go back. So that is the bulk carrier we saw earlier. Some smaller ships coming. Oh, there's the Marsk. Can't miss it. No, that's the feeder. Never mind. That's the Eco Maestro. That is the Marsk. Small ship behind her. And I wonder if you can see the... Ooh. Struggling with the haze today, huh? Let's see. Oh, it's really struggling today. Oh, I think that's gonna be the MSC that's coming. 366 meters. Big ship. That one is coming later today. And if you look on the other side, there's still a bunch of ships parked. Looks like they're doing something on that one with a crane. Another bulk carrier there. Another one there. Another one there. Lots of ships parked again on the other side. That is the bulk that came. Oh, another container ship coming towards us. That's the green one that I saw, yeah. Just checking what else is there. And that's Vlissingen City. That's about it for now. Cool. Got the dredge. I'm gonna go ahead and say that she's almost full now. And then she'll come just in front of our nose here, and she'll empty up again. Empty up, empty out. crazy how the water is just underneath her freeboard, just not flushing over it. The unit can transmit and maximum it's legal to the line. Interesting. The thing that I'm always worried about is I'm doing it while broadcasting, right? And I know there's websites where you can listen to VHF radio even, but I'm never certain if it's legal to broadcast. Okay, I'm gonna have the camera's a bit tilted, I just realized. I'm gonna fix that. It's very busy here today. Ooh, no. Oh, camera, please. Work with it. And there we go. That's better. Thing is also with the radios that if some authority comes to check it, like let's say the police, they probably don't know every like single detail of the law, and they'll just assume that I have no license and I'm not doing it legally. Hey Statler, good afternoon. I'm good. I'm munching on a bit of chicken. And there's some ships approaching, but in the meanwhile we can enjoy this dredge who's about to leave the canal again and empty out. Pretty sure they're on the right spot, B6. But I get your joke. There's a river in Belgium called Lesse, which is the name of this ship. Oh, I just noticed that the lock doors are open for the new lock. You can see the little ship in there. I'm not sure if Suzy's here, but she was talking about it on Friday. You can now see the little ship in there. You hope to visit my spot. You're coming over in summer, GTA. It's a very nice spot to chill. That was a short honk.
Waldorf gifted a sub to May and me. Statler and Waldorf gifted a tier 1 sub to May and May. This is their first gift.
It's doing it double now? Oh god, TTS. Statler, thank you for the gifted sub. I was not baiting. You got one anyway. Hey Mark. Not Elvis. Stay away, B6, with your Johnny car. We don't want you here. Look how deep she is in the water now. Her anchor's almost fully in the water as well. I'm a bit stuffy today, my nose. Do you watch American football? I used to follow American football quite closely, Mark. I had a group of friends and we each chose a team to root for. But I kind of lost interest a little bit in it in the past 2 years. Because I also lost connection a bit with those friends. But yeah, I do follow football. And indeed, today is the big day. Chiefs, Eagles. I do like Mahomes. I'm not going to lie. I'm rooting for him. I just like the way he plays. It's very entertaining. Hey LB, good afternoon. We saw we saw the same one on Friday, Stutler. So they're still dredging here. They've been dredging yesterday all day, Friday all day, today again all day. I'm not sure if they go through at night. Maybe they do, but it seems like it's a big job to dredge one spot. I don't really care much for the halftime shows, Hans. I'm sorry. It's just a commercial crap show. All right, after this one emptied, we'll have the Marsk container ship coming our way. Good luck, B6. The only thing I would watch. Hey, too awkward. What's up, dude? Welcome. Oh, look at that beautiful bulb you have. That's a good-looking badge, too awkward. Hey, Trap. Indeed, she never stops. She's about to take a dump here. She's heading really far out today. I saw Melina go out yesterday, I think, on Radar Toast. So I'm not sure if she's near. She's doing a job somewhere else. All right. Why is it going out so far to dump? What the hell? What's up with that? I've seen her in Sweden. Alright, she's making the turn. She officially reached the dump spot. Hey Gavin, good afternoon. Oh, I hear she's starting to make a bit of noise now. I think this is the moment that she'll dump. So we should start seeing her go higher in the water now. Yeah, she's rising. It always amazes me how fast it goes. Look at that. You won't even have to speed it up 32 times, Toast. I think a 5x would be very dramatic already. It's like she's rising from the water. She's going uphill. She's in the North Sea. There you go. Toast knows. Alright, that's about it. Okay, let's take a little break from the dredge. She ain't going anywhere, but we do have the Marsk approaching us. Also, before we do the Marsk, that's the MSC. That's quite a big ship that's coming, that's for sure. What an artistic shot with that man sitting on the bench there. Check my Discord, see how the Banguela looked before the Mars Queen. Let me check. Wow. That is something. If you're interested, !Discord. If you type it in the chat, you'll get a link to the Discord. Akanda's posted a picture of this ship before she got a paint job. It's literally a rust bucket. Wait, maybe I can show you guys in a minute. Yo!
Cardi rated the stream with 47 viewers.
Guide and Eric, thank you for the raid. Everybody's watching ads now because we're on Twitch, so now I have to wait to welcome everybody until the ads are over, probably. But welcome everybody to the Netherlands, where we are ship spotting. Which is, oh, sorry, wrong button. I'm trying to plug in a cable, and I pushed a button. There we go. It's a big boat. So this is the Marsk Benguela that we're looking at, going to Rotterdam, and she came from Antwerp. But before she came to Antwerp, she came from Colombia. So she delivered us a fresh load of cocaine to consume. She's 223 meters long, 32 meters wide, and currently there's another 12 meters of her in the water that we cannot see. So below the water, she's another 12 meters deep. She's sailing under the Hong Kong flag and built in 2009. And she can carry 3,078 20-foot containers on her. That's a lot of containers. And Marsk, of course, is well known to have rust bucket ships. I'm going to show you in a little bit a picture of her before she got a paint job, because you think she looks bad now, but wait until I show you the picture that we found from her. She's rolling a little bit. Something we don't see that often in the river here, but she's definitely rolling a bit. Hey Hot Labs, good morning. She's also noisy. I'll switch again to the outdoor mic so you can hear her a little bit. All right, there you go. Yeah, she does look a bit lopsided, I agree. So when you ask what is she carrying, anything you can imagine. Apparently it's a fact that about 80% of everything you use and touch in your daily life has been in a container at some point. So anything you can imagine, it can be on this ship. It does look like she's leaning a little bit to the left. Maybe it could just be a roll though. And there isn't another small ship, as Toast said, behind her. I have a little Wilson ship here. Can we wobbly again? No, we're fine. No, she's not lopping. She's literally rolling back and forth. We're getting the info. It's a custom overlay that I created myself, digital. Also, my camera is a bit tilted again. Dang it. Fix that. That's better. What's Wilson doing? Wilson is I think it's a general cargo ship. So it can carry a bit of everything. That's how they're called. So we get Wilson there. That's Wilson on the overlay. So that's the Wilson break. It's on the way to Greece. So that ship is going to Greece. Interesting. Came from Antwerp, general cargo ship. 87 meters in length, 12 meters long. Built in 1997. That is an old ship. It's a very old ship, actually. All right, let me show you guys the photo of the Benguela before she was painted. We have the other container ship approaching. Let me quickly set it up. To do this, and then this, and then plug in this thing. Right, so those of you who are not on Discord or don't want to join the Discord, I'll show you. Do this. Right. So that is how the ship was looking before she got a paint job, the blue one. So yeah, she was very, very rusty. Physical 1997 old. It's not for a person, a QVDV, but for a ship that's old. Most ships have like a lifespan between 20 to 30 years old, max. All right, now let's see. Can we get this? Is the Cape Ferrol. Interesting color scheme with the light orange and the green. She came from an anchor, so I don't know where she came before that. 170 meters long, 25 meters wide. Also, another 9.6 meters of her is in the water, so it's 9.7 meters that we cannot see. Marshall Islands flag for this one. It's very on brand for Mars to buy ships that are already rusty. Yeah, I do see a theme there. Also, if you're just joining, don't run away. We have an even bigger ship approaching us. A 366 meter one is on the way. Once the Cape Ferrol has gone past us, I can show you guys the 366 one approaching. Ship is 28 years old. The Wilson, yeah. So that's quite old actually. I always love to like take a look at the bow and see how it cuts through the water. It's different with every ship. It's never the same, how the way they cut through the water and the wake they create next to it. It's really cool. Is there public info on what's being shipped? Sorry. No, not that I know at least. But yeah, as I said earlier, about 80% of everything you've ever touched has been in a container. So I'm gonna assume that if you can think of it, it might be on the ship. If they have, yeah, so the containers lock into each other. They're self-locking mechanisms actually. So each container has 4 anchor points. You can just see them actually. You can see a little space, a gap in between them. Which is also one of the reasons, that's maybe a little fun fact, you have the smaller 20-foot containers, as you can see there in the middle now of the frame. Those can never be stacked on top of a larger one, because there's no anchor points in the middle to lock them in place. So you can stack a larger container on top of 2 smaller ones, but you can never stack 2 smaller ones on a bigger one. A little fun fact. And also they are rigged to these, you see this structure, this fence-like structure on the ship. They're also rigged to that. We actually, so as I'm doing, there is a very bigger one coming, and that one has a lot more of those structure points. On those ships, I'll zoom in a bit, and I can show you the little anchors they use. They're like X's to anchor it to the ship as well. I am really struggling with my camera today for getting it level though. It's like every direction I look, it's not level. That's better. Okay. It's all types of stuff, yeah. And even for example, if they load these ships, especially the bigger ones, there's so many rules for them because some are refrigerated, so they need to be in a specific spot so they can attach to the ship's power supply to stay refrigerated. Then there's rules. For example, you cannot have a certain chemical next to an explosives container because yes, also explosives are being transported with these containers. So, because yeah, imagine if that chemical leaks and then it ignites the explosives, for example. So there's all kinds of rules and balances to load these massive ships. And other factors, of course. So how these big ships work, they will go to all the major ports on a continent. For example, this one here now, the MSC Eleanor is in Europe, so it will be in Antwerp, Rotterdam, Hamburg, probably a big UK port as well. And in each of these ports it will load and unload containers. And once it's done all the ports, it will do its long distance journey. So in each port it will pick up containers to, for example, transfer to Asia. Then it will do the big trip to Asia, and there it will do exactly the same. It will do a few ports in China, maybe Korea, Japan, Singapore is a big one. And that's how these big ships work. Hey, you're welcome, Generic Simon. Yeah, explosives can be in the containers for sure. So she is currently going to Liverpool. 366 meters long, 51 meters wide. The overlay is really all over the place. Is that the smaller one that we see now? So the smaller one in front is the Sema, also going to the UK, Stanlow. 121 meters long. It is. And that is in an oil or chemical products tanker. Oh, hang on, before the big ship comes, there's also a dredge that's been active here. If you're new to shipping, a dredge basically sucks up sand from the bottom of the canal or the river, and it will deposit it elsewhere. And it's a constant battle on this river to keep it deep enough for these massive ships, like the one that's approaching, to keep sailing through it. So this one is currently going back and forth where we are right now, actually, in front of us, emptying and filling up again. So as you can see, there's like this black tube. That one will be hung out over the side of the ship, and that will be lowered in the water. And that is the actual like outer end here, the outer edge now in the middle of the frame. That's the actual, I guess, the vacuum. Looks like they were releasing. Maybe it sucked up a stone or something, and they were trying to get it out. Because I heard some kind of like circle saw or something. So they were doing something with her. Maybe something got stuck in a... But she's about to be lowered again in the water. It's fun to see how these ships are built, Generic Simon. It's like big Lego bricks. There's like all small metal sections that are then just welded together. So right now they're extending the tube over the side of the ship, and then they'll lower it in the water. Right now's a good time if you're interested in all the shipping stuff. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to drop a follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, because yeah, we're also live on YouTube. We're trying to grow a little bit the YouTube channel. And of course, if you really want to help on YouTube, you can also smash that like button. That will really help other people who are interested in shipping finding the stream as well. Oh, I can. She's turning on her suction system. I can hear it. So the vacuum's lowering. Yeah, they're giving really nice demos today. They're lowering it right in front of me every time now. Hey, Wurstbrot, moin, or guten Tag. My mother studied shipbuilding at university before switching. Interesting. It's like a certain education you can follow in what is it, Finland? Finland? Interesting. So this she's laying still now until the pump is on the bottom, I guess, and then she can start moving forward again, sucking up sediments from the river. In the meanwhile, the MSC Eleanor is approaching us. This will probably be the biggest one you see today. Although we do get the biggest ships in the world that come by here as well. The 400-meter ultra-large container ships. We do get them here. We're not for the 2 MSC ships even. I don't have anything specific in mind today, Worsbrot. It's just our regular Sunday afternoon ships and chill. Just checking towards the coast. Not much coming in right now. The next post. Yeah, there's a lot revolving around shit. It's like sometimes I think that the whole cargo shipping industry is like a hidden world that you're unaware of, but that a lot of stuff that you use or need for your daily life comes through. Wow, this thing is loud. See the bubbles. Yo!
Abulak rated the stream with 31 viewers.
Thank you for the raid, Abu. What's up, raiders? We're coming in strong to raid you. You're just in time, everyone. We're about to see a massive container ship come by. Look at that. That's a strong raid. Although we are getting a photo bombed by this dredge ship. You see the dender? Do these things go on the dender? I highly doubt it. I mean, if it keeps going upstream. Yeah, Abu is a Belgian, mostly gaming streamer, if you're wondering. But he streams in Dutch, so if you're speaking English, you might have to learn Dutch first. If only the ships were called MCS, Massive Container Ship. It would be nice if the dredge could not be in front of the view right now. That would be really nice. I mean, we can do it like this, I guess. It's super busy on our spotting spot today, I have to say. Busy day. Also, those who don't know where we are, maybe very quick before the big ship comes. We are at Terneuzen in the Netherlands. This is the canal towards Ghent, where I just see there's also a ship in the lock right now. We'll see that one coming out in a little bit. So this is the canal towards Ghent. we are looking towards Antwerp in this direction. And if I make a real quick turn, this is towards the coastline. That is where you see Vlissingen, which is the city at the coast. That's where the river ends and the North Sea begins in the distance there. Also have a lowrider coming our way, as you can see right there. Yo, dude, thank you for the 45 biddies. Thank you for the support. Ah, perfect. The dredge is yeeted out of the way. Grab something real quick. I'll try to get the wide angle shot on this one today. Alright, let's get this camera out. Get this cable over here. Alright, let's try. Let's see if this works. Yes, cool. Alright, good. She's pretty well loaded, I have to say, this one. Not much draw. It's interesting, right? How high she is in the water compared to how many containers are on her. But she is indeed very high in the water, now that you mention it. I didn't even think about it yet, but indeed. Guess that's why she's coming out now, because although it is high, it's not just past high tide. It's transporting feathers. Maybe it's moving some empty MSC containers to another hub or something. Although I do see some empty bays in the middle there, so. Let me see the largest. Yeah. And they also have the largest ships in the world. In terms of capacity, they're MSC Arena class. So let me check real quick. What a. I know it's not a 400-meter one. Okay, there it is. Thanks, Akondas. So this one can carry 15,413 20-foot containers, which is a smaller one. So divide that number by 2 to get a rough estimate on the larger containers. But if this ship would be fully loaded and we line up all the containers in a line, the line would be 93 kilometers long. It would be one long line of containers. Yeah, see, there's definitely a lot of empty bays now that I see it. That explains why she's so high in the water right now. Okay, zoom in. Who is out? What? The top behind the bridge? Did you see, Trap? Who is out of shape? Oh, one is bigger, is it? Yeah, that's possible. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that one, yeah. That's a 45 unit, a 45 feet container. They do fit as well, but only higher up, I guess. There's a few of them, actually, as you can see. So she's so big, I have to switch to the other camera to get her in one frame, actually. Oh, this one was delivered in December. She's brand new indeed. We saw her before. I think we've seen her before though, the Eleanor. Dude, this thing is so big as well. She's very empty. That's why she's so high up in the water. She looks full from the front, but at the back there's a lot of empty bays there. Got this little boat coming by for scale. First time in Antwerp. Okay, gotcha. The inlet ship seems to be submerged. She's definitely full, the inland ship. Can't deny that. Can see her whole rudder as well. Oh, yeah, we were talking about how these containers are attached. So you can see like little axes. Like the top row, you'll see little gray axes. That are the brackets that tie them down to the structure. So the lower containers are all attached to the structure, and then the upper layers are just interlocking into the containers below. So that's basically how that works. And off she goes. What a beautiful ship. A smaller general cargo ship coming by as well. No, it's a tanker actually. The looks of it. A baby boat. That boat is still over 100 meters, I think. I'm gonna think this is like 112 meters. Let's just stick on the Eleanor for a little bit longer. I already see another big ship approaching from Antwerp. It's a busy day. So the small one was the Wisby Wave. 116 meters. That was really close. All right, cool. So I do see another one in the distance. Let's check it out. Oh, that's another MSC. That one looks even emptier. Any cruise ships on the river? There won't be any cruise ships in Antwerp until April, PCG. So on the river here, no cruise ships for now, at least. But I might go to Zeebrugge at some point in the next few months as well to catch a container, a cruise ship. In 2008 and 9, I worked as a painter on two ships, the Odoare Amoretti. We've seen an Amoretti ship here a few weeks ago, but I'm not sure if it's the one that you painted, but we've definitely seen one recently that had Amoretti in its name. Hey-oh.
Irrepressible_monkey just subscribed. 1 month.
Monkey, thank you for the tier 1. You just had a dread ship honk at you. Thank you for the support. Seemed rude. I appreciate the support, but it's not mandatory to if you're hanging out here a lot. But appreciate it. We also have the little. So this boat is also helping the dredge, and it's dragging something over the bottom of the canal. He hasn't lifted it yet, so I haven't been able to show you guys, but we saw it on Friday actually. This is basically dragging like a water plow, is how you can call it. That like flattens the surface at the bottom. Oh, we just dumped something in the water. Oh. What are they? Is that just leftovers from the food? Leftovers from lunch are being dumped in the water? Maybe? They're feeding the fish, yeah. And then a fish comes up to catch it, and then a bird flies in to catch the fish. And it's the circle of life. You can clearly see the two cables going into over the back and then into the water. That's what's dragging the plow thingy. You worked at the shipyard in Huelva. We regularly get a ship that goes towards Huelva from here. It's an Italian company. It's just we're built in Spain. Gotcha. Looks like the less is a little bit more. I think she can dredge a little bit more before she's full. He was waving? Oh, did I miss him waving? Damn it. So this ship also has this big nozzle there at the front, which can like spray the sand. It sucks up as well. It's usually used for like creating an island, for example. Oh yeah, it's called rainbowing. No, it's a full-sized car. Meanwhile, you're not missing much on the river. We're waiting our next big ship. And is approaching. It's nice to have the dredge to observe a bit. I like it. Oh, are they hoisting the... Oh, look, it's coming out. The little thing that was running on the ground of the... I thought I saw the cables move. There it is. So that's what he's dragging over the floor. Over the bottom at least, not the floor. Don't ask me how that works though. I just know it goes over the floor and it flattens it. Oh, little puff of smoke. And it's eating out of there. Got this inland vessel coming towards us as well. Dude, it's like the little one is making a show for the lady who's making photos there. Look at them. They're showing off. Look at that. Maybe it's his wife. He's going to take photos of him. Thumbs up. You did good. Look at the teeth this thing has, the little dragging mechanism. Man was showing off. It's like a giant versus something for a lawn. Yeah. True. Lots of movement today, though. You know, they have the bigger MSC ship slowly approaching. Maybe a little bit longer till it's here. Now we got a little chemical oil products tanker. The Nabucco. Nabucco. Nabucco, not Nabucco. Came from Saltend in the UK. Most likely going to Antwerp. 104 meters long. She's 7.6 meters in the water. She's fully loaded, really deep. Meanwhile, I see the lock has also is about to open. We'll have another ship leaving the canal from Ghent. Get to that next. You can see the lock door is still sliding open. There's also a very big bulk carrier in the port behind the lock. You can just see the bow of it. Oh, I can also see the bridge, the superstructure. Right over there. They've been emptying it since Friday, and I saw a crane operating on it even when I arrived here today. The ship ran aground in East Russia, and their ships. It's something else. Oh, the tide has gone on. Now it's like it's parked there. It happens. All right, maybe for the people who are new, don't forget to drop a follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe if you're watching on the YouTube. Subscribing is free. It helps out the YouTube channel a lot, which we're trying to grow a little bit. Also, punching that like button will also help other people to find the stream. Meanwhile, the dredge is as good as full, I think. Well, don't know. There's a bit more room there. You know it's full when the water reaches that freeboard, the edge of it. And I'm trying to reach 500 subs on YouTube first, so we can enable emotes and badges. It would be cool to have. All right, that is the next big container ship approaching. Trying to see the name through my little monitor. MSC Letizia. MSC Letizia. There it is. She's on the way to Bremerhaven in Germany. She's just under 300 meters, 299.9 probably. The reason they do that is to avoid to be in a lower bracket for port fees, for pilot fees, because yeah, of course having a ship is not free and you need to pay fees everywhere, and a lot of the time fees are calculated based on the length of a ship. So that's why often the 400 meter ships are not 400 meter, they're 399.9. So they are in the lower bracket for port fees. So this one is 300 meter, or just below it. 48 meters wide, and she's 10 meters in the water. So that means there's 10 more meters under the water that we cannot see. Built in 2015. That makes her 10 years old this year. She can carry 8,800 20-foot containers. But I have to say, she looks even more empty than the other MSC ship. It's just like cars. Bought a car that carried 9,999 kilograms to not be a commercial vehicle. Yeah, those are the tricks, aren't it? Hey, Pooper. Good afternoon. But yeah, she definitely is pretty empty. It's going to be interesting to see her go by. I assume she's partially unbalanced as well to be deep enough in the water then to remain stable. I wonder if maybe that's better. Testing? Yeah, the audio was a bit low. I think the audio's testing. Testing. Okay, that's better. The audio was a little bit low. I think now it's better. Holy. That scared me.
Airliners Live rated this stream with 236 viewers.
Candace, can you do some cleanup on YouTube? Airliners, thank you for the raid again. Seems like I've become their favorite raid target on Sunday. That was the plane spotting. If you don't know Airliners yet, they do plane spotting. And they're also streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And they do it from Manchester Airport. Well, welcome raiders from ships. No, from planes to ships. We are about to have a 300-meter container ship go by, but she looks pretty empty right now, actually. And we had a 366 long meter ship going by earlier. Let's pan to it real quick for the newbies. For the new people here. Yeah, this big boy that's over there now in the distance come by earlier. That is an even bigger one. Ooh, they had new cameras. Juicy plane spotting today. Nice. No, I'm not dressed as I'm dressed as a little Eskimo or something. Because I'm cold. You get them confused. Yeah, I can see the confusion. So this ship is 10 years old and it does seem to start to show some rust. If you look at the bow there on the letters, quite rusty. Maybe that's why she's a bit empty. Maybe she's due for some dry dock soon. And she's slowly emptying out across Europe. I know there's one MSC ship in a dry dock in Antwerp right now. The MSC Amy is in dry dock, getting some maintenance done. was very busy here earlier, and now it's very quiet again. Everybody left. She should be going to dry dock this year. Yeah. Yeah, maybe she's emptying out to go somewhere. She's going, what is it, Bremerhaven now. Dressed as an Ewok. I can't do an Ewok noise though. Let's take a look at her bow. Big bulb sticking out right there, creating a nice little wave. Really cool. Look at all the rust on her. Wow. She's very rusty. Oh wait, is that Wookiee and Ewok is different? Can you tell I'm not really into Star Wars or any of that? I apologize for the Star Wars fans. Yeah, I think some maintenance this year for this one will be good. Look at all the scratching and rust. Oh. Oh, the Ewoks are the small teddy bears. Okay, okay, gotcha. Meanwhile, we got ships from the lock leaving. So we have the Wilson Dundee. Another Wilson ship leaving. And then behind her, the Dundee is going to Avonmouth in the UK. And then behind her we have the, oh, what a shot, the Traviata, who's sticking out very high. It's like she's doing a wheelie. She's going to Rotterdam. Tanker. Look at that bulb sticking out though. That's crazy. Big wheelie. And there's one more leaving the lock, which I'll show in a minute. I do notice that a lot of ships that are going to Ghent leave empty. It's like Ghent is mostly for dropping off resources. It is known to be a big bulk cargo port, and also fruits, juices. It's busy with people. Yeah, it is a busy day today, for sure. It's a Sunday and it's not that cold. There's not a lot of wind, it's dry, so it usually brings the people out. And of course there's also the dredge here going back and forth, so people have something to look at all times. Have they though, B6? Have they though? Look at that bulb. It's one big bulb. So yeah, a lot of ships heading out today right now. You have that one, you had the Wilson, and then we have the MSC ship heading out as well. And if I pan back to the lock, you have the final ship that came out of it. There she is. The Regedijk, that's a very Dutch name, going to Antwerp. And this is a general cargo ship, so that means it can carry a bit of everything. It can carry stuff on its deck, it can carry stuff inside of it. And there's also a little tugboat behind it. It's not really, so deck, the D-I-J-K, would be like a dike, an embankment, like the dike we're standing on right now. Regge, I think it's just a location or something. It's not really a word. Maybe it's named after a person. It could also be a family name. What you will also see now, there are already inland ships waiting to enter the lock. They are going towards Ghent. That is a river. Okay, so that's the dike around the river. Thanks, Saller. A Dutch river. Gotcha. Oh yeah, B6 also new. After this one comes out, I'll check the radar, see what else we can expect. We had a busy 2 hours so far, or almost 2 hours. Not sure what else is coming, so we'll have to see. She's speeding up. If you're new to shipping, for a ship to take a corner, to take a turn, it needs to have a certain speed. Otherwise the rudder just won't work as well. So that's why she's speeding up to take the corner here. And she's going to Antwerp, so she's going to go away from us, not towards us. Most of the ships that come out of the canal here go towards the coast. This one will do the other way. I'm not sure how the convert works, May. You gotta ask Toast that. Lots of people ship spotting today as well. Very busy down there. No such thing as a handbrake on a ship. Like the bigger ones, like the ultra large ships, they can take up to half an hour to come to a complete stop. It's just crazy if you think about that. Oh, the car. True. And there she goes. Oh, its home port is in Groningen, the north of the Netherlands. No, it can, Bunny, but it will still take a lot of time. It's so much momentum, so much weight that has to be reversed in direction. Right. Meanwhile, let me check the radar for a minute. expecting here. Not much there. Little oil tanker. Hey, meaty. Not much coming from the port except for one tanker. Let's see. From the coast. What are you? Another oil tanker. We do get some motorboating sometimes, maybe. Yeah, there's not much else right now. Tanker. A lot of smaller tankers are coming towards us. What is this? What are you? Marie. It's a small ship as well. True, technically every single one of these ships is a motorboat. They'll use a motor. Okay. We'll await that tanker and then we'll see. So I'm assuming the dredge is about to go out again in a minute to empty. And we can see it coming up again. Oh, somebody said small motorboat. I see one actually. Oh, it's like a small pleasure craft slash fishing vessel. Oh wait, we saw this one earlier. A lot of people on the deck today of that one. Oh, we saw it on Friday actually. Looks like it's government officials on it, actually. Yeah, this one was following the crane ship. It looked like it was with it. It was just behind it, going at the same slow speed as the crane ship. How do you pronounce that? I think that's an abbreviation for something. I may. Shout out to the people watching on YouTube. I can also read your chat messages if you want to type something in the chat or have questions. Feel free. Also read your messages. And if you're not subscribed yet and you want to see more shipping stuff, feel free to subscribe on YouTube. I'm trying to reach 500 subs so we can have emotes on YouTube as well. just like Twitch. Yeah, it's an old rescue ship. Oh, I got another small general cargo ship approaching as well. Let's look at this one. This is the Libero. Hey Dirk, good afternoon. Okay, we have the abbreviation. The Royal North and South Holland Rescue Company, if I translate it to English. The Libero. On the way to Ghent, so it's going to take a turn here in front of us. 88 meters long, 12 meters wide. Sailing under the Latvia flag. I guess somebody said a ship from Latvia. Well, the Latvia flag at least was coming. Built in 2006. It's morning for you. Oh yeah, you're in the US, I remember. Here it's already 2 p.m. or almost 2 p.m. We already had a nice busy day on the river for spotting. You can see someone on the deck there, on the bow, getting the mooring lines ready, probably for entering the lock here. Reading is rescue, yeah. Is that the same in German or similar? Oh, it's assumed that Dutch words are similar to, yeah, there you go, Rettung, redding. Same. How many people do you need to drive these things? I mean, to steer it, is one person is enough, but usually on the bigger ships, you'll have a crew of like 20 to 30 people. I would assume a ship like this only has a crew of like 5, 6, 7 people. What's the cargo? I think this one might be empty, looking at how high it is in the water. But this is a general cargo ship, which means it can carry things in its hull, it can carry things on top of the deck. I think it can carry containers if it has to as well. It's a bit of a versatile ship. As in, we had some container ships earlier. Of course, their only thing is containers. We have a lot of tankers coming by, so those are mostly liquid stuff that's inside. But this is a more versatile one. Hence, general cargo ship. Makes such a good noise. Let me put on the outdoor camera a little bit. You should hear the water. Technically, you don't need anyone to steer. You just put on autopilot. Isn't that similar with airplanes? In theory, you don't need a pilot on board, but mayonnaise, maybe. Diesel powered. Ships run on a special type of oil. It's called heavy fuel or heavy oil. I'm not sure. Most ships run on that Lumtrek. But then we have a lot of newer generation ships that are starting to appear. We saw one earlier that's probably running on a dual fuel, so they still have the heavy fuel, but they also can run on methanol. And then another type of ship that we see more and more now is LNG powered. So that's liquid nitrogen, or liquid natural gas, not nitrogen. So those are running on gas engines. So there's definitely also in the shipment industry a move towards more greener alternatives. I saw something that, but what was it? A ferry ship that was fully electric that they want to start running between Spain and Morocco, I think it was. They want to start using an electric ferry, so fully electric. And then because it's a ferry, every time it reaches the port, it can then just plug in, recharge in time for the next trip. So it's a pretty neat use of electrical power for shipping. Of course, that would not work for these massive ships that are at sea for months at a time. Okay, you can see the dude prepping there's two dudes prepping the ropes. You already have many fully electric ferries in Norway. Ah, cool. Yeah, Norway has a lot of small ferry crossings as well, right? I remember that from when Hitch was biking there. He took a lot of small ferries. Denmark as well. Oh, cool. And also hydrogen. Okay, cool. Hi, by the way. Hello. So yeah, you do see a switch to more greener or less fuel-dependent alternatives. There is one of the new generation container ships in the port of Antwerp as well right now. The Alexandra Maersk, which is also... I think that one is dual fuel. That one is methanol and still a traditional fuel. But that is a big, big ship. It's 360 meters long, so it's a big ship with a dual fuel system. Is there nobody at the aft of the ship, the back? Oh yeah, there's two guys there, or one guy there as well. So you can see there's already 3 deckhands here, and then there's at least the captain still on the bridge and a first officer on the bridge. There will also be a pilot on board right now, because all the ships that go through the canal here are guided by a pilot who's knowledgeable, very knowledgeable on the river. They're still experimenting with that as well, Mika. We don't get them here, but they are still, they do exist. I think it was back in September that we had a ship with like these massive metal sails come by. I think the dredge is about ready to go. An airline pilot. Yeah, the term pilot is used, but it's basically somebody, a local. Usually they're retired captains, actually. Well, not retired, but just they were captains on big ships before, where they gained a lot of experience, but then they want to work closer to home, most of them. And that's when they become a pilot for a certain area. And there's even 2 sets of pilots that they need to get here. The first pilot gets on at the North Sea, and that will guide the ship all the way to the entrance of the river. And at the entrance, that one will get off, another pilot will get on, and that pilot will guide them all the way to the port, either to Ghent or to Antwerp. And once the pilot goes on board, he has the same rank of the captain. Although the captain always has a final say, he has the same rank. And in practice, a captain will just follow the pilot for the most part, since the pilot knows the rivers best. Interior voice and the price for goes up. The sail. I think the thing with the sails is that they're experimenting with it because they're not sure if it's really like a good alternative or if like it's efficient, cost and everything. And yeah, you do need wind. But it's very trippy to see like these big cargo ships with like metal towers on them, basically. It's really interesting. Silver Molly, hello, good afternoon. It's a lowrider. So this is a dredge ship, for those of you who just joined. So this ship basically sucks up sand and other sediments from the bottom of the river and moves it to another place. So it's just done sucking up a lot of stuff. And we'll now see it go out a little, like, I don't know, a few hundred meters to the left here. And then you'll suddenly see the ship go a lot higher in an instant. So, although it might have to suck a little bit more. I think she can go a little bit deeper. Do I work in the industry? A hobby a hobby that got out of hand. And my knowledge mostly comes from either watching YouTube, reading Twitch chat, because there's a lot of knowledgeable people in the chat about shipping as well, or reading articles and stuff like that. Yeah, I think she's about to head out to take a dump. What an entrance, her hobby. What an entrance. I can't imagine this is the first time that you did that. There's like a little fly on the... Yeah, it's basically a giant vacuum cleaner. Because basically it's a constant battle to keep the shipping lanes... It's going to do another loop here. It's a constant battle to keep the shipping lanes deep enough so the ships can go through it, the bigger ships. Actually, the first time, okay. Have I been on board before on one of these ships? No, unfortunately. No, I would love to. That would be amazing if we could do a stream from one of these ships. I would love to join a tugboat maybe for a stream. But maybe if we can grow the YouTube channel, exclamation mark YouTube, a bit bigger, I can maybe ask the tugboat companies if they would be interested for me to do a live stream on their tugboats. So you can see the chains here. That is the basically the handle of the vacuum cleaner, the thing that sucks, that's in the water and hanging by these chains. Once it's done, it doesn't always lift it, but usually it lifts it out of the water to go take and dump. Yeah, I don't think there's... What we do, what is being sucked up in the river every once in a while, mostly towards the sea actually, is bombs from the war, from World War II. I think last November was the last time that I heard that a dredge ship sucked up a bomb that wasn't exploded. And even crazier, the bomb got sucked all the way into the pump system, so they had to like screw open the entire pump and get the bomb out. Yeah, that must be... Well, I guess once it's in the pump and it hasn't exploded yet, I think you're good. It won't explode, but... Scary stuff, though. Meanwhile, I do see the oil tanker coming from Antwerp. A smaller oil tanker, though, approaching. So we'll catch that in a little bit. Yeah, that's an emergency for sure. Last time it happened, a military vessel came alongside of it to take over the bomb once they got it out of the pump. You're currently studying nautical science. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Baffer. Did I scuba dive? Oh, hell no. I like to stay above the water, on the water, not in the water. So I'm not sure if there's much wrecks in the river here. I would assume not, since everything is dredged into oblivion. We got a whole load of smaller inland ships heading in. It's like a little bulk ship. That is definitely a tanker ship. Oh, looks like we have a little ship pushing dredges over there as well. A small boat. Should I do a dono goal for a small boat? The old rescue vessel Carl is operating from Tunisia and available for charter. Do you think we can afford that, Yo-Yo? Chartering the ship for a stream? That would be crazy, though. So as you can see, these are, I think it's 2 barges side by side that are being pushed by one ship. And that is also coming towards us in a little bit. And then in the distance, there it is. That is the tanker coming towards us as well. There it is. We'll see that one in a little bit. Meanwhile, the dredge, oh, too far. The dredge is doing another spinny maneuver. Oh, it's the narwhal. Oh, that's a stream regular, that ship that's pushing. We'll see it in a little bit. What is that command, Toast? Why is it such a scuffed name? Is it the correct ship? Is it the Melina? Clicking the link. It is. Oh, you added aliases. Okay. Not much else coming in right now, actually. So we have this tanker over there, and then I see another tanker over there. That might be the final 2 ships for today's stream. But it's still a bit until they get here, of course. So we'll wait for these 2 for sure, and then we'll see. I think it's a classic May traditional heavy fuel. I noticed that MSC is not really working on making their ships any greener. I haven't seen any like innovative green stuff from MSC. Maersk has been doing it. CMA, CGM is very big on it, it seems. Evergreen, I don't know. €600. It's a bit over budget right now. I'd rather save up that money for a better lens for the camera then. Evergreen by name, not by name. Yeah, something like that. Once in a while I hear like a loud bang on the other side of the river. I'm not sure what to deal with that is. Okay, I think she's heading out to empty now. Bam, another one. Maybe go to the narwhal for a minute. So that one is pushing in the 2 barges. There's a seal trip for 50. That's probably in group with other people then. The seal trip. Wind 2 week. It's very mild. There's just a slight breeze in terms of wind, but I like it. Compared to the freezing wind we had on Friday, this is really nice. I'm actually warm. I'm not cold today. Oh, look at that water. She's hitting the edge where the canal meets the river. There's always like some turbulent water there. There's no wind chill. Yeah, exactly. I almost considered standing outside of the car today, but then I decided to sit. Very nice and peaceful right now. I like it. These types of ship. I don't think this one is a ship where people actually live in. I think this is more like a, maybe there is some room to rest in or something, but I don't think it's like somebody's boat, the narwhal. I could be wrong, but still quite roomy though. Don't get it mistaken. Like all these ships, they're quite big once you are on them, and inside of them you'll be like, oh, there's a lot of room in here. Whatever it's transporting, it's covered, so we don't see what it is today. Hey, Alti, good morning. So we got 2 more tankers coming our way. which I will definitely catch, but then I think I will wrap things up after. Because I was just looking at the radar, there's not much else coming. So, well, we do have 2 more tankers, so we're not done yet. It's standard how she is, Suzanne. That's the thing with all these river boats. You got to keep in mind they are on the rivers, so they barely get any big waves or currents. They're just on rivers. I think the dredge is about ready. She's really deep now. Yeah, I think they shut her off. I think they're about to go on empty. The sound is suddenly a bit more quiet. Let's maybe give you guys some outside noise as well. Give some ambient noise. What was the first ship ever built? I wouldn't know, but it could be anything. Could be a little floating device, right? Or do you mean like proper ship? Noah's Ark. You can always count on the chat to have some good answers, Nagibor. That's correct, bravo. Noah's Ark. Do we really think that was really built? Still showing off. I think he's heading out now. It's empty. Sure. Still got a doggy. Oh, he has a big stick. Do ships allow self-defense weapons for crew? I don't think they do, lost that. I don't think so. The oldest recovered boat is the Passe Canoe. Look at that. Built between 8,200 and 7,600 BC. It's made from a hollowed out tree trunk. Wow, it looks like she's keep doing circles here. She keeps waltzing. She's gonna do another loop. Doing donuts. Some ships sailing near heavy, they do have pirate weapons on board, really? Are they allowed to like legally shoot at pirates? Or they just have weapons for scaring them, but they're not allowed to properly use them? Or it has to be self-defense, but then the argument is, what is self-defense? We got 2 tankers on the way. Problem is that most countries don't want to have ships full of guns in their waters. Yeah, I can imagine that. Alright, so this is the Bayou Sun on the way to Le Havre in France. Chemical oil tanker, 186 meters long, 32 meters wide. From 2022. Some higher private security to go to piracy-prone areas. Wow. I did notice that there's a big decrease in ships going through the Suez Canal the last year because of all the piracy in that area, well, on the other side of it. So it is a thing that ships are actually avoiding the Suez Canal and rather taking the long 2-3 week detour around the Horn of Africa. The Horn of Africa. And that is something I did notice. Because yeah, piracy is one thing, but what's happening now beyond the Suez Canal with rockets being shot at ships, that's a whole different story probably. Ships have water guns, yeah, I've seen that as well. Well, most ships have water hoses, so they can just use those to hose water down. I wouldn't say that every ship has water hoses and some kind of a fire extinguishing system with pumps. Gotta get them in one frame. Ah, there we go. Super soakers. They're standing on the side of the ship pumping up their super soaker because they need some more air pressure. Destination is had armed guards on board.
Hier, kom! Hier!
Have you guys heard that? Fenton? Yeah, the old man that always walks his dogs here. One of his dogs just was walking away and he already got in his car and was driving away towards the... You guys heard that? That's crazy. Dude, the dog just keeps going further and further. The man is now driving on a cycling path to catch his dog. Oh my god. She's also completely empty, I'm gonna say. Look at all the scratch marks on that one. She's some rough handling. Oh, but it is powered by methanol. Can't miss it. It's powered by methanol, not meth. Look how high that escape, the emergency vessel is. Look at that drop. That is crazy. And yes, they do get in before the ship drops into the sea. So people will be inside in case of emergency. Strapped in, and then there's a good chance that it does a loopy-loop, like a front flip. Hey Poseidon. Hey Mikey. Welcome. Alright, one more ship for today's stream, and then we'll wrap things up. Where's that coming from over there? Check. Ethanol, yeah, it's a form of alcohol. Wow, that is a blurry ship that doesn't want to focus. There it is. It's just another tanker coming our way. It would be nice to see the dredge that we've had in front of us all day do one. So you take one more dump, but it's doing another loop by the looks of it. Does look like it takes longer and longer now to fill up. So maybe it's doing the last pieces. She is almost completely full. The ship that we saw coming in came from Algeria. Gotcha. Closer for today, coming towards us. He got his dog, he's driving away. Those of you who wondered. Is it doing loops? It's sucking up sediments and sand from the bottom. It's dredging right now. He's been doing it for the past 3 days on this spot actually. You can see the chains hanging in the water. That's where the mouth of the suction pump is. So that's a long tube that's lowered into the water. If you go back all the way to the beginning of the stream, that you can see them lowering it in. And once she's full, she literally will head out, not far, just somewhere over there. And there she'll dump everything and then she'll be high in the water again. So it would be nice if you could catch it one more time. Oh, we got visitors. I'm getting stream sniped. the other half of my wedding certificate that has arrived. She must be bored. Did you get lost? No, I'm trying to stop eating it.
It's a bee.
It's so crap.
Thank you, honey. You're so lovely. It's so nice.
She brought me flaming hot Cheetos. Oh no, Doritos. What is that?
I don't know. Like funny.
Candies. Do I have to eat it now?
No.
I'm not hungry. I'm almost ready actually. Look, there's a dredge making circles here.
Why is he making circles?
He's sucking up stuff from the bottom.
Oh.
Sand. And then he dumps it over there.
Oh.
Just a little bit further out. So now he's really deep. He's almost full. If you wait like... Where's the little one?
Oh, she's in the car. She didn't want to come.
Oh. Why are you here? What do you do?
Oh, he wanted to buy some stuff.
Mmm. You came all the way out here to buy stuff.
Yeah, because the store is open here.
Yeah, well, there's closer stores.
That aren't open. He wanted to buy lights.
Oh.
Yeah. In a specific store.
I'm almost ready though. Hang on. Gonna mute. Privacy. Okay, I'm back. You guys cannot know everything. He's doing circles. He's actually doing donuts in the water now.
So funny. A lot of people are here.
It's a very busy day. I had a lot of people already come by. Well, not by me, but just the spot here. Yeah. It's very busy. Whoa, keeping secrets. How dare I? What is a ship we're looking at actually? The Solar Nama is coming our way.
Like when boats need to pass, he's like on the side?
Yeah. Oh. Solar Nama going to Dogne in France. 169 nice meters long. 25 meters wide, built in 2021.
It's like strange weather.
Yeah, I know. It's like the sun is trying to go through it. Like we have blue skies above us,
Yeah, it's so
but we have
strange.
thick clouds in the
And then
distance.
it's dark and it's foggy.
Yeah,
and
I know.
what is
It's
this?
been like this all afternoon.
And then you have like all the steam from the...
Yeah, the nasty exhaust fumes. You mean?
Yeah. I thought it was steam.
Jamais entendu. Look at the two big silos on it. You're leaving. You're not gonna wait for this one to go. Whoop. Oh, you can see it on the stream. You can just turn on the stream.
Bye.
Bye. Look, we have a little spider on the camera. It's my friend spider.
Oh.
It's been
How long has he been there?
a few streams already.
A few
It's probably a different one. Every time I stream, there's always a few little, one or two little spiders
What?
climbing the
Where
tripod.
did they come from?
The grass?
From the grass?
I think so. Yeah, you guys can see the spider. I'll show you guys the spider. We have the co-streaming spider.
It's literally a stream buddy.
We have a stream buddy. Wait,
He's down again. He wants to crawl on the camera.
so yeah, this is our co-streaming host.
Can you see him?
Yeah, they can. I can make it bigger if they want. There we go. Now it's spider spotting. Mrs. Y seems lovely. Look at that. You seem lovely.
I'm taking care of my guy.
I agree that she's lovely. I cannot... Oh,
Yeah.
that was a chicken.
No chickens.
All right, bye.
I'm gonna move.
Bye. I should marry that lady. Check. Done. It's a no smoking ship. Is it a regular tank or is it an LPG tanker? It's a regular oil product. It has like these big reservoirs on it though. Very interesting structure. Spider bro. I'd always find it a little bit funny if a ship that's shipping oil products says protect the environment. To me, that's always a little bit funny. For like, yeah, I don't know what these tanks are for. We've seen it before on like tanker ships. I wonder if that's like fuel for the ship itself, maybe that's stored on the deck? I don't know. Because it is a tanker, you can see... Well, I'm already zoomed in all the way. You see all these little markings there? Those are all the connection points that they can attach to pump empty the ship or fill up the ship. It is. But yeah, I wouldn't smoke on that ship. I'm committing to seeing the dredge go up one more time though before we end the stream, so we're not done yet. I want to see the dredge do the dumping one more time. Meanwhile, I also see an inland ship with coal coming our way. Also, she brought me candies and flaming hot Doritos. While I'm trying to eat less, well, I'm trying to eat more healthy and less junk, she brought me a bag of chips. I was like, no, I'm trying to be healthy. So, for all this coal stuff, hang on. Healthy chips, is that a thing? Does that even exist? Yeah, so up the river here towards Ghent, there's a big metal or a steel. Is it steel? It's steel, I think, steel producing plant, and a lot of the coal goes to that plant actually. That's a keeper. Flaming hot, you'll eat less of them? I don't think that's the case, dude. I'll try one. I don't think I've ever had these actually. These flaming hots. Who is she? My wife? There she is. The lesson must be really almost full. Look how deep she is. How's my hair looking? Guys, I don't look good today. This is still, I got flaming hot. It's a little bit hot. Phil brought me this. long sour candy strips. Yeah, they do have a little bit of a kick to them, but they're not like crazy spicy. She knows. The problem with spicy food, for me at least, and some of you might relate with that, is that it's spicy twice. Once when it goes in, once when it goes out. I don't know, some of you might relate to that. Or is it just me who has that problem? You were eating. I mean, I didn't describe any details. I feel like that's a thing that's not talked about enough. When people eat spicy food, that there's consequences to that. It must be spicy all the way through. We just can't feel. That is true. Inside of your belly is the same, but it just doesn't tingle as much, I guess. The Ring of Fire. Is that how you call it? It does depend on the level of spice. That is true. As you can see, it's very busy down by the river today. I think we've constantly had people there all day. You have a high tolerance, so you often only notice it when it comes out. Yes, okay, I think she's heading out now. I think it's finally time to see her take her final dump for today. That is Dutch Acondas. Your pink on fire. Your pinky on fire. I don't know how to translate that to English. Alright, so let's take one more good look at this one. You see how deep it is in the water now, right? So once she stops going forward, we will see her go very much upwards. $110 meters smaller than I thought. I would only, if I look at, is this ship 110? Oh, no, we still have the wrong ship on the overlay, actually. There's another ship on the overlay, I think. I think this Jacobus is still on the overlay, right? I can't see. Blighty, we had two of them earlier. We had a 366 meter one and a 300 meter one. Currently there's no bigger ones on the way anymore. You're just gonna watch this dredge dump its load in a minute, and then I'll wrap things up for today's stream. And then we should be back on Friday for the next one, actually. Wish I could be here more for streaming, but unfortunately I still have a day job that I have to attend to. Was Devon, gotcha. If you want an easier way to rewind, you can always use YouTube as well. Exclamation mark YouTube. Because I got, sorry Twitch, I know I'm not allowed to promote my YouTube channel or something, but the ability to rewind a live stream on YouTube is infinitely better than Twitch. Pesky day job. Yeah, actually it is. And yeah, we are trying to grow the YouTube channel a bit. That is true, Toast. That is true. At 500 subscribers, we can enable emotes and badges on YouTube. I'm also thinking about adding some more badges to Twitch as well. Some more boat-themed badges. Badges, emotes. Wow, words. So, she's emptying right now, I think. Yeah, she's rising. 7 degrees is the warmest I've ever seen on the stream. It's definitely a warmer day. I can't complain about the temperature. Is that a big dredger? I would say this is a medium size. There's smaller ones, but there's definitely bigger ones. How about a dredger and a tugboat? What? Oh, her red line is starting to appear now. You can clearly see it. Oh, as an emo, a dredge, yeah. It's just very hard to have. There's so little space for in an emote to have a good. Yeah, I'll think about it. Do they just have panels at the bottom they can open? Yes, that's how most of these work. So there's two ways to empty it, right? They can use indeed the open the middle of the ship and then it just falls out. That's why it's going so fast. The other option is the front nozzle that you see there. They can spray it. And that's mostly used if they want to like create an island or something or make a specific spot higher. Then they can use the nozzle in the front, which is called rainbowing. But right here, it's just they picked up all the sediment from the canal here and now they're just dumping it here in the shipping lane. And then another time, another dredge will come and dredge this part and it will move that, and that's how it keeps moving around. But as I said, it's a continuous job. It's every day of the year they're dredging on the river. There you go. I think that's about as high as you'll get. Maybe a little bit higher still. It's also cool if you look on this ship on Vessel Finder and you look at its track. It's like back and forth, back and forth. Let me show you, for those of you who don't want to open the website. Oh shit, I think that might be better, yeah. Look at that. That's its track for the past few hours probably. Going up and down, up and down, up and down. I have one more lowrider approaching as well. Look at that thing. Oh, it's not that low. I thought it was lower. Do they survey? Yeah, they keep They survey, they do all kinds of stuff. We've seen a surveyor boat a few weeks ago already as well. Now that we've waited for this one, there is another tanker that we can catch, actually. It's about to approach. So we'll end on that tanker that's approaching. Which is right over there. But not that man. Alright, closer for the day. No smoking or no safety. Smoking first. There she comes. Can we get her on the overlay to wrap things up? There she is. The Westerschelde. Oh yeah, that's the one. She came from Algeria. Skikda in Algeria. But she's empty, so she probably went there to deliver. 183 meters long, 32 meters wide. Currently 10 meters in drop though. Interesting. There's another 10 meters of her below the surface. Another tanker. Maybe also, well, we'll look at this one for the final round. If you're new to the channel, I want to see more shipping stuff. Relax together with me while we watch ships. Don't forget to follow on Twitch or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Both is free and supports the channel a lot. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can also smash that like button on YouTube, which will definitely help other people find the channel as well. It'd be interesting to know how much it is above the water. Yeah, that's a bit more difficult to get out of the data. I agree, it would be very interesting to see for the big container ships, because it's often like 60 meters or more. 50, 60 meters. For the big container ships, that is. Nice bow wave. She's pushing it nicely up. She doesn't create a lot of wake though, by the looks of it. She's very streamlined. You see, you have the bow wave and then you have the wave along her side. But if you look behind her, there's not much of a wake or wave that's being created by her. Very stale. Ever got a ship to blow its horn? So whenever somebody subscribes, a ship will honk at us. I rigged the system so that if somebody subscribes, it will honk the horn of the ship. Other than that, we had a tugboat actually honk at us as well. Oh yeah, subscribes on Twitch. Sorry, not on YouTube. Well, I will, if I get to 500 subs on YouTube and we can enable memberships, I will also integrate memberships with ship horn on ships. The notes on the outro are a bit like ship horns. Oh yeah, I never thought about that. Take a look up close on this ship as well. In we go. You can also see the size of her bulb. So her bulb is 5 meters long. Sticking out 5.0 meters. Well, I assume it's meters. There you have all the connector points for loading and emptying. And then we have the bridge, another very high drop as well for the emergency escape vessel. She could do with a lick of paint, yeah, but she's not the worst one we've seen today though. She's going into dry dock this year. Oh, look at that. You got what you wanted, Blighty. She'll get a lick of paint this year. All right. On this beautiful view, chat, I'm gonna wrap things up for today. As I said, next year will most likely be Friday. I don't think there's anything other planned on Friday, so yeah, should be fine. So we'll be back next weekend for more boat shenanigans. I should push a button first. There we go. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you for the subs, and I had some biddies as well, so thank you for the support. Don't forget to follow or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Smashing that like button is always appreciated as well. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.